Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, let's do the review for this Mi Sports Bluetooth earphones. And quite a few of you have actually asked me to review these. I just had ordered this last week, and you actually have to order it from me.com. It's not available on Amazon or Flipkart, and it's available for 1,499 rupees. And I'll give you my opinion how it is, and I'll also compare with some other Bluetooth headsets that I had reviewed earlier. For example, these both ones, and even the OnePlus Bluetooth earphones. So let's have a closer look at this one now. So here are the Mi earphones, and I've taken out the contents from the box itself. This is the box, and you get this USB cable that will be used for charging. It's a micro USB cable, and this is the headset. I'll show you this close up later on, and you also get some extra ear tips. And guys, we get a lot. In fact, 4 pair of extra ear tips are given with this one. And I think so you might need it because for me it was not the most comfortable fit, but nevertheless you get 4 extra and 1 is actually pre-attached, so 5 extra ear tips that we get. Let me keep these things to the side, and let's actually look at these earphones. And if you see again, it's plastic construction that we have, and it's just a single wire over here that is connected, and this is the control unit. This actually has 3 buttons, and the button quality is good. We have the center button that will power it on and off. You just hold it, and it'll give you voice prompts whenever you switch it on, and it's connected and stuff. So that's actually nice. And apart from that, you have 2 buttons over here, plus and minus, that you can use for increasing the volume or decreasing, or moving to the tracks. For moving to the tracks, you have to just hold it for more than a second, and then it moves to the tracks. So that's the functionality. And this is the other earphone. The batteries are actually within these, and if you notice, the entire construction is actually made up of plastic. This area actually looks good. I don't have a problem with this, but these cables, I would say they could have been slightly better, or maybe a braided cable, because I don't know how long it can last, but I would have preferred a flat type cable rather than this one. But nevertheless, I would say again, it's completely plastic build quality that we are seeing almost in every other earphone in this segment. And this is the micro USB port. It is actually pretty tight because it's IPX4, and you can just remove this. It's a tight fit, and this will reveal the micro USB port, and you can use it for charging. And we also have one LED light over here. When it's connected, it blinks slowly in white color, as you can see, and you can press it continuously for pairing and other stuff. So that's the physical overview of these earphones. So that was the overview for these, but let's now break it down between different aspects. What do I feel about it? And first, let's talk about comfort, because you wear these all the time, so it needs to be comfortable. And in this department, I would say it's okay, but not the most comfortable. And yes, I would suggest that you try the multiple tips that you get with this one. But even I have changed them. Then also I would say after about 30 minutes of continuously listening, my ear actually pains a little bit. So again, it might be more comfortable to you, but for me, after 30 minutes, I have to take it out for a couple of minutes, even after changing the ear tips. So in terms of comfort, I would say I would rate it 7 out of 10. They're very light. Again, if you just wear it like this on your neck, in that aspect, it's really cool. You don't even feel if it's there. Now, talking about this fit, the fit is actually really secure. These are in-ear style, so they just go in like this, and they fit very securely. Again, if you're running around, moving around also, they will not accidentally just come out of your ears. So that is actually a good thing. And also, as these are in-ear type, they do provide quite a bit of seal. So yes, they will cut down a lot of ambient sound around you. So again, if you are using this for jogging and stuff, be aware that it does cut out a lot of ambient sound around you. They are also rated to be IPX4. That means sweat proof, or slight rain is falling, they should survive. Now, moving to the battery life, here I would say the battery life is really good on this one. Xiaomi claims about 9 hours of battery life, and in my mixed usage, guys, a lot of music listening and a lot of calls also that I took with this one, I would rate the battery life is really good, about 7 to about 7.5 hours of battery life, and it can easily be charged and the charging time is also fairly quick, about 1.5 hours. And also I like the fact that the standby time is good. So in terms of battery life, I would say it's sort of above average. And guys, I was listening to the volume at around 75 to 80%. So if you keep it at max, yes, it might go down a little bit, but for most users, you should easily get about 6.5 to about 7 hours of battery life. Now moving to taking calls over Bluetooth, it does have an integrated microphone over here, and many of us with Bluetooth headsets actually take a lot of calls. And here I would say it's good, but not the best that I have seen. And if I have to rate it, I would rate it about you could say 8 out of 10. The thing is that some of the users could say that I was speaking from a headset. Some of them complained, I would say out of 10, about 2 complained. So they could detect that I was using a Bluetooth headset. So the voice quality is good, but not among the best that I've actually heard. But again, for the price, I won't complain that much. Now moving to the Bluetooth range, here I was actually sadly disappointed. The Bluetooth range is not that excellent. I would say if you're in the same room, the Bluetooth range is fine. You can move around about 10 feet and 10 to 15 feet, it won't disconnect. But even if you just move to the next room, there is a wall or something, it immediately starts to disconnect. So in that aspect, I would say the Bluetooth range was not good, because many of the other Bluetooth headsets in this range, when I moved to the other room, they didn't get disconnected, but this was disconnecting quite a bit, and I tested it multiple times with the same results. Now let's talk about the music quality. How does it sound? Because I feel that's the most important part for a headset. You buy it for listening to music, and here I would say I'm pleasantly happy with this one. Now let's start with the bass. I would definitely say that the bass is slightly enhanced, but it's not so much boomy or like that it looks artificial. The bass definitely for purists is slightly on the elevated side, but I feel most of you would like the bass on this. Yes, when the bass is required, it comes, but again, it's not like a bass head, I would say. It's not overly powering bass that it muddies the mid-tones and the high tones. So I would say they have calibrated the bass actually really well. It is slightly boosted, but not overly done. Now moving to the vocals also, I really like the vocals on this one. They had a soothing sound to it, and even the high tones and the treble tones were actually produced really well on this one. It was bright and actually clean. So in terms of sound signature, I would say Xiaomi did a very good job with this one. And if I have to summarize the sound signature, I would call it, it had a body and depth to the sound, which in fact was much better than many of the other earphones that I had reviewed earlier in this price range. For example, the Boats 255, just last week I had reviewed. This just had excessive bass. I never enjoyed the music with this one. I had to tweak around with the equalizer a lot. With this one, the sound signature is definitely far superior. And even if I compare it with the OnePlus Bluetooth headset, which cost actually quite a bit more, I would say in terms of sound quality, these Mi's were better than that one. But definitely, I would say in terms of comfort, obviously the OnePlus Bluetooth earphones were more comfortable than this one. So in terms of just sound quality, if you're looking at considering the price point of about 1500 rupees, I would rate it 9 out of 10. But overall, if you look at the picture of this one, I would say I would deduct some points because of that Bluetooth range is not that great. And also the call quality I found was slightly better on some of the other Bluetooth headsets. And also for me personally, after about 30 minutes or so, I had to remove it because even after changing these ear tips, it felt a little bit uncomfortable. But in terms of sound quality and the battery life, I would say they do perform very well. So overall, if I have to rate this headphone, I would rate it 8 out of 10. And certainly they are actually really good for about 1500 rupees. Yes, you do get a lot of wired headphones right now around the 1500 price point that do sound better than this one, but we are not getting Bluetooth headsets at this price point with this sound quality. So overall, I would say, yeah, definitely they do sound better than these Boat 255 that I reviewed last week. And even in terms of sound quality, I would say better than the OnePlus Bluetooth headsets. But in comfort, I feel they should have done slightly better job. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.